Here is the head coach of San Diego State's football team, Rocky Long, on Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys.
Coach, how you feeling?
I'm okay.
What'd you say to the team after the game?
That I appreciated their effort, and I thought they played hard and gave themselves a chance to win because they hung in there to the bitter end, but we made too many mistakes.
And, Rocky, I heard your comments about the interceptions, and that's just, I mean, it's part of the game, but you can't have that many interceptions in a football game.
Well, if you're gonna turn the ball over, you got to cause turnovers, and we threw 3 interceptions. 2 of them were real bad. One was returned for a touchdown, 100-yard touchdown. The other one was the last play of the game. And if you're going to turn it over like that, your defense has got to cause a bunch of turnovers too. I mean, you got to at least match them turnover for turnover or score some on defense. I mean, I know Quinn feels really bad about it, and he probably believes it's his fault, but those things happen during the game.
Coach, if you were going to, though, sit in your office and watch this film and go, man, I mean, is it the quarterback and interceptions, or is it the secondary giving up like 90-plus yard touchdown passes?
Well, it could be either one. I mean, it's no one person ever loses a game. No one play ever loses a game. And I personally thought the biggest play in the game was the 91-yard touchdown when the receiver in zone coverage just ran by us and the quarterback made a good throw. And I think that was the biggest difference. But, I'm proud of the players because even though they took it down and scored, and when they went up 28-27, we went out there and threw an interception. The defense came in and held them to a field goal, which gave us a chance to win. The offense went out there with about 4 minutes left to go on the clock, took it the length of the field, had it down there close to the goal line with, about 28 seconds to go in the game. And I actually thought we were going to win going into the game, but I thought we were going to win for sure at that point. And, I mean, that's great resiliency by a team, great effort, great gumption, whatever you want to put, by a bunch of players that really wanted to win. But you make too many mistakes on either side of the ball, and you don't win.
Coach Rocky Long on Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090 after North Carolina beat San Diego State on Saturday 31-27. Coach, do you, in your business, do you look at this as it was only one game, it really doesn't matter that much, or do you look at it like there was a monster opportunity lost, and by the way, I thought we were the better team on the field?
Well, I'll answer it this way. I thought that we were the better team on the field, and we just didn't hold on, or we made too many mistakes and lost the game. Do I think it was a program changer? No, I don't think it's a program changer. I think it would have given us some notoriety nationally for a week or so, but then as soon as you play another game, that game becomes more important than the last one. Do I think it would mean your season? No, I don't think it would mean your season. I think we got 10 games left and some opportunities ahead of us that give us a chance to do some special things this year. But it was an important game, and I thought we had the best team on the field, but we didn't play like it at the end.
And, Rocky, I would imagine, just from knowing you, that, I mean, as long as the guys learn from their mistakes and take that out on the practice field and subsequent games coming down the line, that's about all they can do to get something positive out of this.
Well, I think you're exactly right. I mean, we all played the game. Guess what? Sometimes you play a heck of a game and still lose the game, or
right.
You play really, really well and the team still loses and you feel just as bad. But if you worry about that one, it could cause you to lose a bunch of other ones, and should you have to put that one behind you and move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is a bye week, and Oregon State on the road will be up next. I want to talk about that, but before we do, Coach, can you give us an update on Ezel Ruffin?
Yeah, he got operated on this morning. They said the operation went well. They put a plate in there because he had a broken collarbone, putting the bone back together, and they think that he'll be ready anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, so there's a chance he could still play. But that's a big loss to us. I mean, that's the one experienced receiver we got. He's really a good player. I think he's going to play in the NFL. And that's a huge loss, but someone's got to step up and take over for him.
Yeah, but, I think this. When you have a senior who, like you said, is an NFL prospect, and by the way, was voted, as a captain by his teammates, and that's one of those losses where it can be very demoralizing. By the way, other guys stepped up and played well at the wide receiver position, but I think you kind of got to guard against guys getting down when a senior captain is now out for what could be the season.
I think the best thing about having the bye week is that it gives us a chance, especially emotionally, not physically, but emotionally, to get over a game that they think they played well enough to win and made a mistake or two that prevented it from happening. I think that's probably more important because young people, they get over things a lot quicker than us old folks do. So they'll be fine once we get ready to play again.
Oh, wow.
Coach, has the team – do you guys go to see a movie the night before a game?
No, we don't do that.
Ever?
No, not ever. No, I mean, I have in the past, but normally we don't do that, no.
Have you heard about this movie, When the Game Stands Tall? Have you heard about this movie?
I've seen it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I thought it was a great movie.
So did I.
Being a true story makes it even better.
Yeah. But you know what was really cool about it, and I think it applies whether you're a college football team that's now facing some adversity or high school football team, or even if you're not even a football player but you're just an athlete of some kind. The brotherhood that the coach from Concord de La Salle inspired from his team, and at least the way they portrayed it in the movie, I loved that part of it, And I think when a team loses a game like this game, loses a senior captain like this, it's the kind of inspirational movie that can have a great effect on a team. Just my opinion for what it's worth, by the way.
Well, I think you're right. I think that I don't know about you, but most guys I know that played on teams, the best part of being on a team is the brotherhood you develop amongst your teammates and the effort you put together, the things you do together. Win or lose, you're still brothers, and you still want to do good the next time out.
Billy Ray, you got to see this movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm hearing it from you all the time. This is a movie I need to go. Maybe
go
right now.
No, not right now. we still got a little bit longer to go on the show.
Right.
Coach Rocky Long on Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. Got a bye week coming off this North Carolina loss, and then at Oregon State. So, Coach, here's what I know of Oregon State. They beat Portland State. Okay, wow, nothing big. They beat Hawaii 38-30 again. They haven't impressed us yet, frankly. Now they've got a bye also, and then they're looking ahead, by the way, because USC is going to be on the road for them. So what do you know about Oregon State? What can you tell us?
Only thing I know is what I've watched on film all day today, and their quarterback's back. They lost their best receiver. He went in the NFL in the first round, sometime early in the first round. He's back. He's an awful good player. They're big, strong, got huge tight ends, got one receiver that runs really fast. Play pretty good on defense. I mean, they're big and strong up front, and they run pretty well on defense. They're not as athletic as North Carolina. They're a better football team than North Carolina. I don't think they've hit the rhythm yet, and they were ahead 38-7 at Hawaii.
Gotcha.
Before Hawaii made a big-time comeback in the second half.
Rocky, is there something that you will be doing with Quinn coming off that performance? I mean, when he throws 3 picks, do you do something different with your quarterback to kind of get him back in the groove?
Well, I mean, I brought this up in the staff meeting today. I was an old quarterback in college, and Brian Sipe was a quarterback, and Bob Toledo was a quarterback, so we had a little session on what games we thought we lost when we were the quarterbacks and how we handled it after that. And we think Quinn is a guy that's going to go out there with the right attitude and a mature guy that's going to know and feel like he lost the game. And all good quarterbacks feel that way. We think what he's going to do is study better and go out and practice on his fundamentals. Some of them were just bad throws because of his fundamentals going to his left. Now we got to get his shoulders around, all those sort of things. So you work on fundamentals. But I think in his case it's mostly mental. And I think he's mature. I think he'll get over it, and I think he'll get better because of it.
You know, it's interesting you talk about his fundamentals, mechanics. I kept thinking to myself, why is he rolling to his left? I mean, was that all designed?
Well, no, one of them was. The one that went for 100 yards, that was a bootleg to the left because they were preventing us from bootlegging to the right, and we knew with the play-action pass that we were running the ball so well that those guys were going to be open. And there was 2 guys out there, and there was a defensive back between the 2 of them, and he was trying to throw it to the fullback, and he didn't get his shoulders around and threw it high on the fullback. The other ones he was flushed because of the pass rush. Made him go to his left.
Yeah, I hadn't even – I'd never considered the whole fundamental issue. I just kept thinking to myself, what's he doing? Why is he running to his left? But, listen, I can't put this on Quinn Kaehler. To me, that's a kid trying to make a play, number one.
Right.
And number two, Billy Ray, you talk about, his future. That's a guy who has battled through monster adversity to get to where he is right now in his career. So that's the kind of guy I'd want to have as my leader because I know that he's already shown that he's got what it takes to get to where he's at.
I think you're dead on with that, Scotty.
Well, Coach, that was a great effort, but a very, very disappointing result, I'm sure, for everybody within your group. And it was a great game, but it just didn't end your way. Coach, we'll look forward to talking to you next week before this Oregon State game.
Thanks, Rock.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, always. Thank you.